basis what Mamta just said, and I would really ask you for your honest reply on this. And this is, a combination of the questions, but specifically question number 8 that we will play out now on our screen. Why would, or what are the provisions that would force the committee of creditors to reject a higher offer? Because I think there is something in the IBC which you would probably know better, for them to be so tight-lipped and scared of accepting money. The situation was the opposite. There was no money. Now you are in a situation where there is money, but you are being forced not to accept it. Sandeep, please explain it.
So Siddharth, one has to see that, all these IBC cases, while we are talking of, if you ask me, we are dealing with some of the IBC cases, the numbers that you are playing out, for these steel companies are actually very healthy numbers in terms of recovery. And just putting things into context, there are recoveries. I think someone also pointed out the first NCLT resolution actually tantamounted to about 5% of recovery, and that is it. So while we are, getting hyper about these numbers, you are showing a number of 65-70% recovery. The fact is that there are some businesses where even if you have the existing promoters to come and bid formally, which the court does not allow you, you will not get anywhere close to a 20-25% number at all. So I think let us also have that perspective that this is happening for certain sectors. Steel, power, etc. These are all asset-backed sectors. When you go for liquidation and when you have to, opt between a liquidation and resolution, there's a very, very strong liquidation value which you can get if that is the way, the resolution provider is going for. And that is the other option which the banks have. Now, coming back to your question, I think the rules of the game have to be set very clearly. I don't think we are in a position to challenge those rules per se. But what seriously needs to be looked into is the finer points of some of these disqualification angles. So, for example, I think in the bankruptcy code, there is a connected party clause which is there, which basically prohibits anyone who's connected with the existing promoters to actually ally and bid for these assets through NCLT. Now, maybe the answer to whatever we are debating today is
there are documents which are being floated around to make that apply to JSW Steel. You are absolutely right, Sandeep. You may not be able to say it. I can say it because I have received blank paper documents which create a situation where JSW Steel, which was at the front, Sajjan Jindal many weeks back was at the front batting like Kapil Dev every day, saying disqualify previous promoters, allow fair bidding. Now he has gone silent, and perhaps it is because of that connected person clause maybe. On the other hand, that connected person clause is visible and right in front of us through new metals. Nothing is being done. No one is saying we disqualify new metal and we are going with ArcelorMittal. That is where this entire angst is coming from, Sandeep.
No, I agree. I mean, you're just getting judgmental about it. But I think you're raising the right points, and one has to get a solution aligned to these points, which you are, the solution is somewhere in between. I don't think we can completely discard some of these blue chip companies. And when there are questions, being raised around Tatas and JSWs, which, by far are the best solution providers in these sectors, whether it is power or core sectors like steel, I think there is definitely, something which has to be done in terms of improving the overall environment. Otherwise, I think it's a very, very strange situation that while you are maximizing the value, at the same time, just for the purpose of meeting some of these clauses in the bankruptcy code, you have to let go of these offers.